Hello.
Why would anyone leave the hot summer of New Zealand to come and stay in Canada in the middle of winter? Well, let us tell you why. Today we bring you this podcast from beautiful British Columbia, where we are staying for a month house swapping and have decided to do a podcast episode from the chairlift in the middle of the ski resort to tell you why we're in Canada, what we think of Canada, and everything in between. This is the other thing we were worried about. You know how where you go somewhere when you're younger and you build it up in your mind and you're like, oh, we were so happy there and everything was just great. So what did you think of it when you came back? Was it? So let's get on that ski lift and find out just what British Columbia has in store. Ooh, hang on.
Nice day.
The ski pass, isn't that really cool?
Hello.
Daddy, I love him.
Mother thanks you.
Right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
Hello and welcome to the It's a Drama podcast. I'm Liz.
Snowy edition, Brian.
This is a podcast that you are never going to forget because we are attempting to bring you this episode from the ski slopes in Nelson in Canada while we're on the chairlift. We can't think of any other way to do it, to show you Canada.
Yeah, there you go. There's Canada.
And we just thought, well, do you know what? We're on the lifts here at Whitewater Ski Resort, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. It
Oh,
stopped.
see?
Look, someone's looking out for us.
There you go.
And we just thought, how long can we sit on the lift and how long can we talk to you? So what we've worked out is we're going to do 4 5-minute segments, which will give us a 20-minute podcast, which will be perfect.
There you go.
So yeah.
It might be 10 minutes if this chair's got a lot of beginners on it because it's the only sort of green slope.
Take that thing off your chin. They're like Marley. They're like you're waiting, you're holding your jaw together.
Yeah, the green runs here aren't green runs. So if you're a beginner, don't come to this resort because it's a little bit odd, isn't it, Liz?
So if you're new to the channel, normally we bring you podcasts sitting in our garden in New Zealand, in Taranaki, but we are away house sitting in the beautiful place in Canada, British Columbia, called Nelson. Actually, we're not house sitting, that's totally wrong. We are house swapping.
Yeah.
We have talked to you about that on the last podcast and we will go into it in more detail because do you know what? I think house swapping, this is the first time we've ever done this and I just think everyone should try it. I think it's
good,
phenomenal.
Isn't it? Yeah.
It's just brilliant.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
I do, but my arms are falling off.
You've only been going 30 seconds.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
That's about right for me.
Do you want me to hold the camera?
You might have to go in a minute, yeah.
What?
It's about -5. My fingers are falling off, and so is my shoulder.
Right, okay. Do you want me to hold the camera? You
can do. It's only because
I've
I've had 2 injuries so far.
Right, it's all right. You don't need to tell everyone why
you're
you...
going to just there you go.
Right, okay, there you go. Is that better? Look. Doesn't hurt my hand. I can keep going for hours.
Just
there you
mind
go.
your thumb on the lens.
Yeah. Oh, it's a bit weird because I'm really close up to the camera now. Oh, look at my goggles.
It's your turn now.
Yeah. So we just wanted to talk to you about... what did we want to talk to you about? We wanted to talk to you about why we are in Canada, why we have come away house swapping for a month. We covered it a little bit on the last podcast that we did. But yeah, it was...
It's not easy, eh, Liz?
No, I'm fine.
Holding that there camera.
No, I'm absolutely fine. It's not even... It's like I've got a feather in my hand, I've got upper body strength. That's the thing. Been working on my muscles coming to Canada. Yeah. See, as you get older, Brian, now you're 60, you lose strength.
You do.
You're going to turn into one of these little floppy...
It's not every year.
Mr. Men with the floppy
day.
arms just dangling down beside you. You can't even lift a phone.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we came to Canada just to find our love for each other again.
Yes.
Do you know what? We came to Canada because we wanted a change of scenery.
Yeah. For Christmas mainly.
It was.
15 years back in New Zealand, we've done every Christmas pretty well, apart from one. Back out in New Plymouth. But we just wanted to change the scene just for what's gone on in the last 12 months. And so here we are.
Yeah.
And it's a big, big difference, isn't it?
We travelled the world with our kids in 2018. We went couch surfing all around the world. I wrote a book about it. We lived off 100 New Zealand dollars a day and we travelled the world, went to 36 countries. And after doing that, when you do something like that as a family, you realise what travel can do for you. What joy it can bring you. And if you do it right, at not that much expense, what we were looking for at the end of this year, what I was particularly looking for, and also for you as well, just to give us all, like you said the other night around the table when we were having dinner, we just all needed a change of scene and a break.
Yeah.
And we
I
didn't
just do my coat because it's snowing quite a lot.
We didn't want to go to somewhere that we'd been before, that we had memories of it before, and oh yeah, this is where we did that, or this is where, you know, we phoned my mum, or this is where I wrote that. And we just didn't want to do anything like that. And we decided that as a family, we've never been on a skiing holiday.
No.
Because it's bloody expensive, isn't it? You know, for 4 people to go skiing.
Yeah.
And we just said, could we make that work? Could we go to, like, the kids have never skied before. Well, Sonny has a bit when he was 4. Tessa's never been skiing. She's our 21-year-old daughter, our 20-year-old daughter. And we were like, could we make that work? Could we actually go and make it work as a family to go skiing? And through flipping determination, we found a house swapping site, found a family who wanted to come to New Zealand, who live in a ski resort in Canada, and swapped with them. And so we're here for a month, and it's just been tremendous, hasn't it, Bri?
It's been amazing, you know, because, you know, to ski on Christmas Eve, you could have skied Christmas Day, but we didn't want to. And they were on the beach. You just think, what a swap.
What, the family in New Zealand?
Yeah, this family in New Zealand. I went to the beach and we literally were skiing on Christmas Eve.
And you know, it's everything. You know, when you see on the films and you're like, the trees, the snow, the lights, the roast turkey, the fire, the mulled wine, the conversation, that's been the biggest thing with us. I don't know if it's because we have to stay in, or it's because we've got this love of skiing that all 4 of us are doing, that we're united on.
Yeah.
It's just, I just feel like it's brought us really, really close as a family, which is exactly. Try not to hold this camera so close, because I'm thinking.
Hold it for a change?
No, it's fine, but are my hands shaking? It's got anti-shake on this, isn't it?
No, not on this.
I'm just worried in case I've got something in my teeth and I'm putting the camera really close to my teeth like this, like, you know. But yeah, so it's just. First of all, we just wanted to say it's done what we wanted it to do, which has just given us a complete change of scene. Yeah,
it's given us a chance to relax. The main thing is just to stop your brain thinking of things and just do something different.
Yeah.
And skiing, and especially skiing for 4 or 5 hours a day, it's just been amazing. You know, it's just like we've all slept brilliantly. And it's just been great, hasn't it, mate?
Yeah.
You know? And it's just, that's the deep sleep that you get, which you don't normally get if you just working at home, sitting down, or whatever it is.
As a 61-year-old, how have you found it, skiing?
Skiing, surprised myself how good I felt. Apart from coming off on a few, going really fast and hitting moguls that I didn't know, because the visibility, as you can see, is not the best at times, because it's just very, very misty white. So my shoulders have come back, as in when I've been falling, I've been sliding down the slope like this. So, you know, both sides, and that side is the only part that's been really bad. Legs have been great, back's been brilliant.
You've been doing fantastic.
And the neck's been good as well.
Yeah.
And I've been, you know, these runs are just so intense. It's a real.
It's a hardcore resort.
It's a hardcore resort, yes.
It is.
You know, even down to the lifts, there's no slow speed lifts or anything. They're all just go at normal speed when they come around and hit you at the bum, and up you go, don't you? They don't slow down as you sit down onto like the quad speed ones. It's been brilliant. I've loved every minute of it, really.
Yeah,
really,
so
really
far, yeah. We've been here 2 weeks. We've got another 2 weeks to go. And you know what I think the skiing with? Because I was so scared that I wasn't going to be able to do it, because we were skiing. If you can see our coats, we've got matching coats, and that's because we went to Whistler 25 years ago or whatever.
See it there. Should say the Canadian Chalet Company.
Yeah, the Canadian Chalet Company. Yeah. And we got jobs, we've talked about this before, we got jobs hosting a ski chalet, cooking for people, chalet tarts basically. We were just the slaves of and it was the best year of our life. We went to Whistler, we ran this chalet.
We kind of found ourselves that year.
We did, and as part of the deal, we got these ski coats, and we've never changed them because... Yeah. They're just so warm and so cosy.
They're British made, they're Phoenix, and I think at the time they were doing ski gear for the British ski team. Not that there is
the kids
one,
are just horrified though when we put them on.
But they're full Gore-Tex.
Yeah, I know.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
And they were free.
And the kids are like, what, you going to wear matching coats? And they keep laughing and saying, there's no way we can ever lose you on the slopes because everyone else has got these
But it's
really
weird
nice
because-
things on.
Yeah, the blue and yellow, but the ski, what do they call this? The ski instructors wear yellow here.
Yeah.
Like in France, they wear red.
I know, and it's really embarrassing because I'm a pretty crap skier, and they think they see us and they're like, "Oh yeah, you go first, ma'am." You know, thinking, "Oh, she's a really good skier,"
Yeah,
and then I
she's a
just
ski instructor.
snowplow off down the hill
We don't like
about
the snow
2 miles
police.
an hour, and they're like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
But yeah, so why was we talking about that? I can't remember
So,
what we were
well,
saying.
at 53, Liz, how's it been for you skiing?
Do you know what? It's made me realise that when you put your mind to something and tell yourself you can do it, because the first day we started doing it, I was terrified. I was shaking in my boots, absolutely shaking.
yeah.
And I just thought, okay, what are you going to do, Liz? Are you just going to sit in the cafe all day reading your book? I wish I could really, or are you going to pretend that you can ski and not be shown up by
Yeah.
your kids? And I was just on the nursery slopes doing my practicing, and I just said to myself, you are a skier, you can ski.
Yep.
You are a skier, you can ski. And like Bryce said, it's a bloody hard resort, this. It's not easy.
Yeah.
And I just think I'm doing all right.
You're doing brilliant.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm trying really hard.
Seeing
Yeah.
the runs that Liz has come down, they've been steep and deep. They really have.
Yeah.
You know, there's snowed nearly every day, so there's always been powder, fresh powder on the slopes. Even on the piste runs, it can be up to, 25 centimeters. Not centimeters. Probably. Yeah, 10,
hurry up and say, 'cause we're
10
coming to the end now.
centimetres of powder on top.
Yeah, we're coming to the end of the lift now, so we're just going to
Paul's
leave
coming
this
off.
section before I go flying off. And
Yeah.
now I've been
We'll
telling
see
you how
you on
good
the
I
next
am.
bit, yeah.
And we'll see. We're going to ski down, and then we're going to come back up again and talk to you about our impressions of Canada after 25 years of being here, returning to this beautiful country and this region of British Columbia,
Yeah.
and what we think of it.
See you in a minute. Just grab your call.
Back. I've only done one run and we're knackered. So hopefully you would have just seen some footage of us going down the slopes. Right, get your breath.
I'm good.
Why are you just staring at the camera, just going,
You're going.
oh no, look at my hand, hang on. Oh, just hold my gloves please, right? Right, okay, we're sorted. So yeah, our first impressions of Canada after being here. Is it 25 years ago or is it like 50 years ago?
It's
we were
it was
last here. Feels like it.
She was only just over probably 18 years ago,
Yeah.
maybe, because Sonny I think was 6.
So what did you think of it when you came back? Was it, because this is the other thing we were worried about. You know how like where you go somewhere when you're younger and you build it up in your mind and like, I don't know, like if it's rose tinted glasses or something, but you're like, oh, we were so happy there and everything was just great when we were in Whistler and it was just, life was perfect. And I must admit, I did have those feelings of, are we just going to get there? And it's like, oh, this isn't what I remembered. So
Yeah, but I mean, the first time we were here in 96, 97 for the ski season, we were living in a bit of a bubble. We're living in $1 million plus.
oh, we do anyway, don't we?
thing.
Our whole life is a
Yeah,
big
it's
bubble.
just a big bubble. And so when
on
we
the hill
came
in
back
Taranaki.
in 2007, I think it was. See, I'm trying to talk, I just don't get the chance, do I? Hey, just always something else. going on in
Brian,
the
all
background.
I've asked you is
Hey,
what do
see?
you think
They've
of
stopped the lift
Canada?
for me because
What do you think
I
of
need
Canada?
to talk. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but we
Liz.
don't need the whole backstory of,
All right.
well, back in
Carry on,
97,
Carry on.
when I was a
Could have had it
lad.
finished now.
Go on then, go on.
No.
No, go on.
So when we came back in 2007
Boring.
to live here,
Go on, I promise I won't do it. I promise I won't do it. Go on. I'm getting giddy, I'm hungry, I need a hot
so that's what I'm
chocolate.
trying to say. In 2007 we came back to live here and we weren't that impressed when we came back that time.
No.
But coming back now, seeing it in different light, because we moved to New Zealand instead of Canada. I like it, but still things are similar to what they were back then. Supermarkets are still very the same, bit limited on the food.
That's only because of where we are.
I know.
We need to talk about that. We are in Nelson in a ski resort, and
It's not a ski resort. It's a ski. It's just a town that is close to a ski resort.
All right, then.
So it's like it's a main town around, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
There's not a lot around.
It's not a ski resort. Only an idiot would say that. Only an idiot would think that Nelson was a ski
big
resort.
red spot from my goggles.
Yeah, no, good.
Yeah.
But yeah, because we're in the mountains, you're right. The food is limited, isn't it? It's still great.
It's good, but it's still not as good as what was in the UK at the time in 2007, and it's still, I wouldn't say, as good as what it was back then in 2007.
Do you know what I think about Canada? I
First
think
impressions.
Yeah. Well, so your first impression when you
Yeah,
walked into
but
Canada was, "Oh, the food's not good." Is that what you thought?
No, the scenery is stunning, but I'm trying to say one thing. That's one of my first impressions, was that food side of it hasn't changed much.
It's done us the world of good coming to
Yes.
Canada, you know. It's made us relaxed. It's made us patient
Dead happy.
with each other. We've never been happier as a couple. As you can see, things are just flowing. I'm letting Bri talk. Bri's not a know-it-all.
Let's stop in the lift
Yeah.
for us so we can talk a bit longer.
Do you know what? First impressions of Canada, I think, are big. That's the word I get, is big. Big space, big trees, big mountains, big portions.
Big Chinese portions. Chinese
just
food, that is.
Big. Just they do things big, and Canada is just stunning.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
And this region, British Columbia, it's if you haven't been, it's everything that you imagine Canada to be.
Yeah, especially British Columbia, like you say.
Oh, I
It's
love
gorgeous.
it, Bri. I love it. And I love the feeling that it gives me, that space of just bigness. I can't think of a word. I'm sorry, I can't think of a word, but it's just space and air and sky and mountains and big snow and just lovely. That's a really rubbish explanation, probably, but
No,
it's
not.
just.
That's how you feel. It
Oh,
makes
I
you
love
feel,
it.
doesn't it,
I love
But,
it. Yeah.
yeah.
You know, some countries you go to and you feel restricted. I don't know if that's because of there's too many people. And that's not to say there's not a lot of people here, because there are, aren't there? We're living in like a street with loads of other houses.
Yeah.
But Canada just let me finish. What was I going to say again?
So Liz likes the space, but what I think about it,
Go on.
I think there's lots of space that you can't get into. There you go.
What do you mean by that?
Well, because there were all these wonderful mountains and things, but there's no roads to them. It's just one highway.
Bri, you're
and then
so
you
negative.
You can't get off it. And there's a little, maybe Nordic ski.
Look at your face in the camera. Look at you frowning.
Well, that's
Look.
what I'm trying to say.
Do you not like it?
No, but I'm just saying, it's just like,
You don't feel as if it has access.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to go hiking through the mountains, yes, you can, because I know in the summer you'd just be allowed to come up here and go wherever you want, I suppose. But, it's just because I haven't spent enough time here to find all those hidden bits, and, that's all I've got to say about that.
But do you not feel that space? Do you not feel that feeling of...
It's big.
Yeah, it's just...
You can go for days and weeks.
Yeah, and that's what I love as well.
You can't in New Zealand.
That's what I wanted
it's
to
an
say,
island.
yeah. And I'm not comparing it to New Zealand, but
No,
what I
you're not.
wanted to say, well, when you're here in British Columbia, you know that Vancouver's just over there, and past Vancouver is Seattle, and then you've got the whole of America. And I don't know, it just feels like you could just get in your car if you wanted to and just drive and drive and drive and drive and drive and drive and drive, and you still would keep going. And I know you can do that in other places in the world, but right now, right where we are, what we wanted was just that space and just like openness, and it's given it to us.
And I just love it in the evenings when you hear the train.
Oh yeah,
You just hear the "Boop," and it just echoes around the valley and stuff, and then you just hear as he's coming through the city, pumping his horn at all the crossings, and it's just, and you just hear the bells going ding 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 as the barriers are coming down.
Yeah.
So that side of it is just It's like being in the movies.
It is.
It really is.
It really is. And it just, Sonny said to me earlier, when we first got here, he said, so what do you like about skiing? Why has it made you feel? Because he said, you look so much lighter. And what do you like about it? And I said, do you know what I think it is you can only concentrate on one thing.
Yeah.
When you're skiing down your mountain, you're trying your hardest to stay up and not fall and just think about skiing, and you're looking at the snow and the trees, but you're not thinking of anything else. And it feels like there's a lot of space, is what it feels like. So,
and it is. It's big. It's beautiful, and that's why they call it beautiful British Columbia.
Yeah, I'll show you that we're coming up to the lift now. Okay, hang on a minute. I'll flip the camera around.
Here we are coming up to the lift.
Yeah. So we're about to get off. This is where we get off.
Yeah.
So.
Do you want to put your gloves on?
We're back. It's not easy, this skiing, Lark, is it?
No, especially when it's getting later in the day.
Yeah, I'll just try and hold it. I really hope this isn't going to be annoying. Oh, have I got it on focus where...
No, it's just regular, isn't it?
You know, the thing I was just thinking just then when I was coming down the slopes, I thought the word isn't big, it's extreme. I think that's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Like, extreme. Still big, but, like extreme weather, extreme bigness.
Yeah.
And the Canadian people as well, are just so lovely.
They really are.
Absolutely lovely. When we got here, we thought that we would have to hire skis and poles and boots and stuff like that. And we got here, and the guy in the rental place said, "Oh, if you're here for a month, why don't you just buy some skis off Facebook Marketplace, or go and get some ex-demo ones from the shop,
or the consignment store."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what we did, wasn't it, Bri?
Yeah, it was, because it's $60 a day to hire the equipment. So that's skis, boots, helmets, and goggles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you just look at that,
Times 4.
It's a lot. So you can buy a second-hand pair of boots from $100 to $250, and skis around about the same, $200 to whatever you want to pay. Ex-demo ones about $600, and then all you're going to do is then take them back to the consignment store at the end of the holiday and get them to sell them for you.
Yeah.
And we use a Wise card with a Canadian bank account. And
link in the description.
Yes, they can.
You're going out of focus.
That's because your glove keeps going over the lens.
Oh, right. Can I stop it doing that?
Not really. Come a bit closer.
Yeah, I'll bring it a little bit closer.
It's
maybe
not
just
what
do
you
that.
can do, really, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just touch your face.
Just
Maybe.
it's
There you go.
so wobbly today, isn't it, on the chairlift, and there's no stabilisation on the forward facing.
And we've got a big pole in between us as well.
Yeah.
Just hold my gloves, please, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we did. We went and got we went and bought our own skis and boots, and we're going to just sell them.
That's the Kiwi way.
It is the Kiwi way, and we were talking about this. We just thought we had this massive conversation where we said, "Do you know what? Sorry, I'm keep touching
Don't
your
worry,
face."
just leave it.
Okay, we had this massive conversation where we said, "Do you know what? You could save up for years to come on a holiday like this, couldn't you?"
Yeah, you could.
It's just like the holiday of a lifetime that you would work all year for, and you would just save and save and save. And it just goes to show that when you are willing to just think out the box a little bit and think, okay, well, how can we get free accommodation? How can we get cheap ski hire? We've bought a season pass for the lift pass, which
Because that was cheaper.
It
was an early bird.
Yeah,
So
and we
you
made
buy
sure,
it, I think it's before November the 1st or something like that. It's like less than half price.
Yeah.
And it's just so worth it, because again, it's anything upwards of $100 a day just to come and ski.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? So 10 days skiing pays for your ski pass.
We were just talking about it, and we just said, we feel like millionaires, we just feel like this is the stuff of dreams, isn't it? Just to be able to come away and work while you're, we're still working, and just doing things on the cheap, and just, I just feel like I've won the lottery. I really do, Bri. I just feel like It is. It's incredible, and I just want everyone to be able to know that, you know, I'm not saying everyone
It's
can go
doable.
skiing, but it's doable. And you just think, in your own country, if you fancy a break, you know, just house swap, house sit, couch surf, just. It's brilliant. It's
You can't explain
brilliant.
it, can
Yeah.
you? It's just like you've got to do it to realise you can do it.
Yeah.
It's like it's too easy just to book a hotel, and it costs you $4,000, and you're like, okay, we could have done it for almost nothing, like,
Yeah.
you know, and still enjoy the place that you're in. And the great thing is you get a relationship with the people who own the house.
Oh, they're
And
so
they're telling you all the
lovely.
good stuff,
They're
like, you
so
know,
lovely.
and all that sort of stuff, and vice versa. We're telling them where to go and what to do.
Yeah.
And
We really won the jackpot with this family. They're just the loveliest
they are.
Canadians you could ever wish to meet. They've got little kids. They're just, you know, you just think, how did we meet you? You know, how did we meet you? Because you could have had some, but I don't think you would. No, that's wrong.
It's
I was
not.
going to say you could have some right dodgy people, but you wouldn't, because you wouldn't go on that. You wouldn't do it.
It's those not so much like-minded, but similar thinking people that want to have an adventure like you, and it'll not cost the earth. Otherwise, you don't do it.
No.
And that's about doing it, isn't it? Like, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, if you just sit there and think, oh, we can't afford it, and it's like, well, how can we afford it?
Yeah, how can we just
can
make
we do
it
this?
happen?
Can we really make this happen? Like, you know, it's not cheap. I only stretch the imagination.
No.
Flights and everything, but this is the dream holiday that you want to do, but you've done it at a quarter of the price.
Yeah.
You know.
And we told you before in our last video, I think as well, this is about priority for us. You know, this year, losing mum, it suddenly makes you realise how short life is.
Yeah.
And yes, we could pay off our mortgage, you know, pay 10 grand off our mortgage instead of paying for 10 grand to come here, like, you know, but do you know what? No, we didn't want to. And it was just, I'm so glad that we took that step. And even though it's like, oh, you're a bit of sleepless night sometimes, and you're thinking, oh, can we afford it? And all, look at what we're doing, Bri. Look at what we're doing. And we're bringing it to you. We're sharing it with you.
That's
So
what my brother said. He lives in Florida. He found out I was coming, and he go, can I come and see you?
yeah,
And I went, you sure? And he said, you've got to do it now, Brian.
yeah,
You know, and so he's coming up in 8 days
yeah.
to see us. How
So-
great is that?
All that family time, and like I say, just being able to have an iPhone that we can hold on the chairlift and bring this little piece of Canada to you just feels so special. I don't even know if I'm looking at snow in our face, and my hand's falling off. It's freezing cold. I feel like I've got frostbite.
-6.
But anyway, I'm going to go now because we're coming to the end of the lift. So we've got one more section to do, and
We'll see you then.
yeah, we'll see you then. Back.
Again.
Oh, right. This is our last run. Our last run on. We're on. What's this chairlift called? Silver.
The silver chair.
Chairlift.
Yeah.
And we are in Whitewater Ski Resort,
Nelson.
staying in Nelson, British Columbia, in Canada. Do you know what? I couldn't find anything, or not much, about this ski resort, the Whitewater Ski Resort, when we were looking on
It's a bit of a secret
YouTube.
Canadian resort, isn't it, really?
It is. And the locals, it's a bit like the whole Taranaki thing. They don't want others to know about it. And you can see why not, because this resort just feels
Canadian.
yeah.
Out and out. Just
Yeah.
like secret Canadian club. Like the whiskey.
Yeah. It's I was going to say it's nothing flash, but I don't want to say that because it sounds like I'm not bigging it up. It's everything that you want a ski resort to be.
Yeah.
It's a local, just rough and ready, beautiful, friendly.
Yeah.
It's a bit hardcore. I mean, you know, it's
It
not
is. It's
great for
lots
beginners
of,
like
lots of
me.
off-piste through the trees, everything. There's steep and deep. There's about 6 green runs.
Yeah.
And they're not really greens, they're more like blues. And the blues are more like reds from France. And the blacks are just black.
Yeah.
Out and out.
But do you know what? I want to say this to the person that's watching this that skis like I ski, which is kind of likes going fast as long as it's good visibility and it's safe and it's, you know, not steep and deep, not extreme. I'm not like that. And I want to say this to you. Even if you just come and do what I'm doing and just keep going up and down the green and the easy blues and just taking in the scenery and, you know, giving yourself a little bit of a push, it's brilliant. It's It's absolutely fantastic because I was worried about coming here, wasn't I? I was like, oh.
Yeah, and Liz has done some good, like the Bonanza and there's Morning Glory on the other sides. They're pretty steep for blues, and realistically, the gradient is black.
Yeah.
She's doing them, and top to bottom, and there you go.
I'm just going down. I'm going, yeah, fantastic. Yeah. I did it. It's just brilliant. Yeah. Anyway, this is the last run. This is the last chairlift podcast that we're going to do. And we just wanted to say, we just got off the lift then and we're like, do you know what we really want to say? I'm sorry, this looks really blurred on you, doesn't it? There's not a lot we can do. But yeah, that's it. Just come forward a little bit.
Obviously, it's a bit better me being blurred.
We just wanted to say happy 2025.
Yep.
We hope this year is a peaceful one, a calm one, everything that you want it to be. It's filled with love and people around you, because that's what's important, is the love of the people around you.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to say thank you for being such a wonderful community, for always being with us and always commenting and supporting and just sending your love. And we just wanted to say thank you for that. We really, really appreciate you. And we wish you the happiest of 2025.
Yep, and I just want to go and get some Head and Shoulders, get rid of this bloody dandruff all over the place, isn't it? Hey?
Yeah.
But hey, happy 2025. And thank you for supporting us. Thank you for watching us. And all you Patreon people, thank you for joining up.
Yeah, don't forget we've got a Patreon as well. It's adrama.com/Patreon, or the other way around. Patreon, it's a drama, where we're doing like behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, we'd love to see you over there. That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
A huge, big love, big hug, big Canadian cold hug to you.
Yes.
Thank you for being you. My heart will always beat with yours. Thank you. I love you, and I'll speak to you soon.
So with cold hands, warm heart, kia kaha, stay strong, kia u, stay true. And hopefully we'll see you on the slopes one day as well.
Yeah, okay.
You can do it. See you now.
Bye. I'm on my own. This is the last run. Bri wanted to go in, he wanted to get to drink, and I just said, oh well, I'll just come up and do one last thing and just one last run down. And I just wanted to slip this in here to just say, oh, you know, sometimes when you're you keep getting hit, you know, with the whatever you're being hit with that's bringing you down. This year has been last year, actually, 2024, it's now 2025, but it's been a tough year of loss. But it's also been a year of resilience and coming togetherness, and the power of people, the power of support, the power of love that people give to you. And I'm not just talking about, you know, the family, I'm talking about the world, the community, what you put out there. It's so hard to think, shall I talk about things? Shall I put how I'm feeling out and put it onto a platform like a podcast that so many people hopefully are going to watch or listen to? And when you do, it's not only beneficial, I said this before, it's therapeutic and it's beneficial to me or to the person doing it. But if it reaches one person and that one person reaches back out to you and says, me too, it really helped. You know, I got an email today from a guy and he just said, he was reading my emails and he just said, you know, your words are keeping me mentally stable. And I just thought, what a bloody compliment that is, you know, keeping me mentally stable. It's just like, what are you going through? He didn't share. But whatever it is, something is, you know, what my words have just helped him in that small way, and that's just, it makes it all worth it. And this last year, 2024, having a place to be able to come and share all these things that we're going through and hopefully reach out to people who are feeling similar and, you know, having deep sadness and grief and panic attacks and loneliness and all those things that is life, that we experience through life. just being able to reach out and find someone, whether that was you or hopefully it was you, and making a difference and being able to connect has just been phenomenal. It's been the year that the world opened its arms to both me and to Brian. And I just want to say as well, Brian Deacle, you're not on this live with me. But I love you so, so much, and you are the best man in the whole world. And whether you choose to put this on your, shaking now because I'm going to cry, but whether you choose to put this on our video or not, I want the world to know that you are the best man, the best husband, the best father, the best friend, the best podcaster, host, the best editor, the best everything. You are the best, Bri. And I want the world to know that I think that about you. So there you go. This is a little... couldn't end the video, couldn't end the year without a few tears, could we? Can't all be happy. But it is happy because it's happy in gratitude. And that's all. That's all I've got to say. And just wanted to say that my heart feels so open and so full and so spacious and so much more to give and so much more to receive. And you have made that happen. And I just want to say thank you. Have a wonderful, wonderful 2025. Thank you for everything that you do and say and be. Thank you. And I'll speak to you soon. Okay, bye.
Well, the day is done, and I'm just skiing back to the car. They're all taking a toilet break. So Liz just said, do a little video, because she's done one going back up the chairlift, of just your thoughts on what it's like to be here, like, you know. So excuse me, but I'll come to a hill, so I'm trying to scoot. There we go. But just having a chance to be away with your family in this wonderful country called Canada. It's nothing, I don't know, nothing quite comes close to it, really. To achieve what this, and hard to put it into thoughts, like of how it is you actually feel. And you've just got to go and do it. And that's what we've been trying to say, I suppose, all the time. It's just, there's no right or wrong time. It's just the time to do it. That's the time when it's right. You know, because we've all got excuses. I can't do it now because of the kids. I can't do it then. But, you know, there's always going to be an excuse if you just don't do it. So in my eyes, you know, there's no time like the present that you've got to do it. And here's me trying to ski across a car park with not much in the way to ski against it, you know. You can see my skis. I've already got my poles. Throwing my gloves around. But hey, I've absolutely loved this break. 2 weeks away, around Christmas, in Nelson, BC. It's been amazing. It really, really has. And I'm glad that you're here to join us. And I don't know what you can say other than do it now, because life's too short. With what's gone on in the past year, you realise it's important to do the things now and not later, not put them off, or you think, oh, the time will be right then. You know what, the time's right now, so do it, because next week might never ever come. You never know. And for some of us it doesn't, but you know, you've just got to make this one life the most important thing and do it now. Okay, so take care, everyone. And I got to talk for 3 minutes by myself. See you now. Bye.
I don't know about you, but when we found out we were going to be spending a week in a resort in Fiji, we were a little bit nervous. We thought it might be all partying all night and everything organised and no time to yourself, but we were so surprised. It's been like being part of a soap opera, isn't it, Brian?
It is, isn't it?
Because you get to know all the families. And like the one, oh yeah, his wife, you know, she's a bit of a boozer. Watch her at 9 o'clock, she gets a bit drunk. In this week's episode, we are coming to you from location in Fiji. We're in Whitewater Resort on Robinson Crusoe Island. And have we got news for you about what this place is like? So let's sit back and enjoy the show and find out all about Whitewater Island.